Hi, welcome to Old Vine Zen. I'm Jan, and it's Friday evening again. So before I get started, or we get started, just to get it out of the way, I don't edit my videos. Frankly, I just don't have time for that right now. And speaking of time, I've been thinking a lot this past week about time. And actually, I did a little class on time. So we always think that our time is not going to run out, certainly not tomorrow, or certainly not, I probably have another week at least, or it's not going to end next month because I have a vacation planned, right? But in truth, we have no idea how much time we have, no idea whatsoever. And what happens is we often take our time, our life for granted because we think it's just going to, keep going on and on. And we don't know that for sure. And so I sat down and I made a little list. It's short, but I thought I would share it with you. And it's a list of things I don't have time for anymore. And I look at this list now every morning, and I have another little list I look at, which I'll share with you some other time, to remind myself, because I believe we need to wake ourselves up every day about this issue of time and to check and to remind ourselves, what do we have time for and what don't we have time for? So let me share them with you. I wrote a couple of them down so I wouldn't forget. But life's too short to keep griping about the things that happened in the past. How many times have you told the story to how many different people about something that happened to you in the past? Or how many times have you listened to the story from someone over and over again? And this is what griping is. It's this constant, irritating kind of, talk. I don't have time for it anymore. I don't have time to gripe about the past. Another thing I wrote down is that I don't have time to hold a grudge. In other words, I don't have time to not forgive. Because who's really hurting when you don't forgive? It's you. It's not the other person. It's you. It's you that's holding this little thing inside you that's eating away at you. Well, I don't have time to hold a grudge. I don't have time to spend thinking about the things I don't have or the places that I haven't been. I don't have time for that. No more. I have time to be here in my life, but no more time about looking back and holding a grudge and not forgiving. And the other thing I wrote down is I don't have time to find fault in people. I just don't have time because we all have faults. And let's face it, when we sit back and we judge and have faults with others, what we're doing is kind of making ourselves feel superior. Like, I would never do that. I could never do that. Reality, you probably have. So I don't have time to do that anymore. And I don't have time to sit back and count all the faults, all the wrongs that have been done against me. We all have those, right? People have done this to me and that to me. I don't have time for it anymore. So I'm going to tell you what I do have time for now. I have time to appreciate the sunrise in the morning and the beautiful sunset at night. I have time to smell the scent of spring in the air, the scent of honeysuckle, or jasmine or lavender, whatever I'm around. I have time for that. I have time to soothe somebody who is grieving. I have time to show compassion. I have time to give directions to someone who's lost. These are the things I have time for. And so this is what I want our meditation to be centered around. What is it in your life that maybe you don't want to spend any more time on? Or maybe there are things in your life that you want to spend more time on. So that will be our contemplation this evening. So sit back and get comfortable. Thank you for listening to my list as well. It helps me to verbalize it. So get comfortable. Find a position that feels comfortable for you. And try to relax. Just kind of, give yourself permission. Say to yourself, I'm going to calm myself down for the next few minutes. Connect with that calm, abiding breath of yours. Gently unclench your jaw. Soften the muscles in your face. Place your palms down on your legs or in your lap, wherever your hands feel comfortable. Begin to connect with the breath. Just feel the gentle inhalation and exhalation. Maybe the slight rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Kind of tuck your chin in just a little and imagine a line, a string being pulled up from the top of the head up into the sky. So it's just kind of lengthening your neck, straightening your spine. And then feel the weight of the body begin to sink in to the couch or the chair, wherever you are. And the legs begin to relax. And all of the muscles in the body begin to soften. And let the lids of your eyes gently shut, not tightly closed. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to change. In meditation, we just come to be, to let whatever arises arise. And if the mind continues to think, we just acknowledge the thought, and then we gently bring our attention back to the breath. And this you may have to do over and over again, or maybe just once. We stay present. We feel our body. We feel if there's any tension in the neck or shoulders. We just kind of roll those shoulders down and back and just breathe a sigh of relief. So we let go of some of that, whatever that we've built up during the day or during the week. And we put aside all the things that we don't have time for. All the things that get us wound up inside of us that we can't change. And a lot of the things haven't even happened, but we worry about it. We let the breath calm us. The bring us some peace. Feeling whatever emotion that we feel at this time. We don't run away from our thoughts. We meet our thought, and then we let it move through us. And we come back to the breath. The gentle in and out. The calm, abiding breath. And we let that breath be an invitation for us to clear some space in our mind, in our life, to stop the struggle, to move with our day, to work with it, to work with our challenges, to be with the joy that is there, to create more joy. To understand that we are the sole owners of our life. Our perception of our day is what makes our day. How we see things, how we think about things, how we do things. We are the captain. And when we have those fearful times, those fearful thoughts, we look directly at the fear and we stay present with it until it shifts and changes. Because it will. Everything comes and goes like the breath. We meet that fear head on. We don't run. We don't hide. We don't pretend it's not there. And so that breath just gently rocks us into this soothing pace that we can carry with us into our daily life. Even though the chaos and turmoil is going on around us, we can remain peaceful and at home. We let go of the anger. We let go of the resistance, all the things that cause us such suffering. We breathe in a sense of calmness. We let go as we breathe out of the anxiety. We breathe in a sense of peace. We let go of all of the turmoil. We breathe in some joy. and we let go of a little sadness. And the breath just gently cleanses us of all that we have built up over the years, over the lifetimes. We've traveled a long ways in our lives, and we still have a ways to go. And as we set all of that other stuff aside, we feel our strength rebuilding inside of us. We feel the courage coming back. And we feel the resilience that we've always had, that sometimes we've questioned, but it's right there. We've been through a lot, and we have survived. So when in doubt, remind yourself, you're here, you're strong. We can keep moving forward. Nothing can hold us back but our mind. Let go of some of those old thoughts that aren't serving you well. Put them aside. And if they sneak back in, as they tend to do, come in right behind that thought with an opposite thought of, yes, I can. And over time, we'll slowly change the pattern of our thinking. Breathe in everything that you want and breathe out the things that are holding you back. And very gently now, as you begin to come back to wherever you began, wherever you are, connecting with the body and feeling your fingers and your toes. Feeling perhaps a little bit lighter, a little bit more of a sense of ease. And you can gently reopen your eyes. And so my tip for you today is take tomorrow and reevaluate what you have time for. And if there are any shifts that need to be made, to do that for yourself. Show yourself the kindness of doing that. If there's something that perhaps you want to let go of or something you want to add to your life, then do it. Do it. You deserve it. So let's raise our glass to that. Today I'm drinking tea because I was in a mood for tea. So I would like to toast time. And may we all have the time of our life. And may we all have the amount of time to do what we want to do, to achieve what we want to do, to achieve and help others. Maybe we all have enough time for that. So here's to you. I was going to read you a quote, actually, from, let me get it here. I wrote it down. My memory just is not what it used to be. It's from Mary Oliver, if you're familiar with her. She's a wonderful poet. She's written many books. She says, "Tell me, what is it that you plan to do with your one wild, precious life? What is it?" It's a loaded question, right? So I toast to you. Thank you for joining me tonight. And I really appreciate you being here. I feel like I was going to say one more thing and now I can't remember. So, oh well, toast to you. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. And enjoy yourself. You know, if there's anything that's bothering you or bugging you, take care of it. You know, just take care of it and move on. So take care. I'll see you next week. And thank you for joining me. Bye.